Hey guys, today I am doing the Totally Should've book tag, and this book tag was created by my main squeeze, Emma Books, and I totally should have done this book tag a while ago because she tagged me forever ago, but I'm just now getting around to doing it. Yay for being late to the party. But without further ado, let's get started with the tag. Number 1, a book that totally should have gotten a sequel. For this one, I'm going with Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. I loved this book so much, but it ended way too soon, and I just wanted to continue on with Eleanor Park and follow their lives. But that didn't happen because this book got cut short. I've heard that she's considering writing a sequel to Eleanor Park, but I don't know if anything is confirmed yet. But either way, this book totally should have gotten a sequel. Number 2, totally should have had a spin-off series. For this one, I'm gonna go with The Archived by Victoria Schwab, a book that more people need to be reading. I could totally see there being a spin-off series just solely focused on the character Roland. I want to know so much more about his past because I just find him to be such an interesting character, and I would read the crap out of a spin-off series just on Roland because Roland is just the best. We also could have a spin-off series on Mackenzie's grandfather because it sounds like he had a really interesting life being a part of The Archived, and I'd love to know more about him as well. Maybe more people should start picking up these books and reading them so we can get a spin-off series. I'm looking at you! Read it! I mean, no peer pressure or anything. Number 3, an author who totally should write more books. I'm gonna have to go with Nicholas Gannon, author of The Doldrums, also the illustrator of The Doldrums. I would love to see him write more stories. I know that we are getting a sequel about The Doldrums, but I'd like to see him do something else as well. I think that he would be a fantastic young adult author if he tried kind of messing around in that genre. But so far, he only has this middle grade book out, and it's fantastic. If you have not read The Doldrums, check it out. It's such an adventurous story full of beautiful illustrations, and I highly recommend it. I would consider calling this book a Wes Anderson movie meets a middle grade book. Like, those two put together, that's basically what this book is. Number 4, a character who totally should have ended up with someone else. I honestly can't say because, hello, spoilers, but if you've read this book, you know my disappointment, and you know what I wanted to happen that didn't end up happening. But there is hope that someday, down the road, things will go my way, but right now it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Number 5, a book that totally should have ended differently. I'm gonna go with another Rainbow Rowell book, and that is Fangirl. Now, I love this book in general, but the ending just ended. Like, there was just no closure. It was just like, here, have an ending. Not giving you very many details as to what happens in the future. Like, I'd like to know where these characters ended up. That's just like a classic Rainbow Rowell ending though. Like, all her books end with an open ending, and it's like, why are you doing this? I don't want an open ending. I want some closure. Give me closure. Number 6, totally should have had a movie franchise. I'm gonna go with 172 Hours on the Moon by Johan Harstad because I think that this would make a fantastic horror film. I think that they could even make it even more scarier. A good chunk of this book is just the process of them getting to the moon. So if it were turned into a movie, I think that they should explore kind of the things that happen on space a little bit more. But overall, I think this would make a fantastic movie. Number 7, totally should have had a TV show. For this one, I'm gonna go with The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, mind you, I've only read this first book, but I just think it would be a fantastic television show. We've got such an incredible cast of characters that I feel like the show could just dive deeper into and kind of explore a little bit more. And we're also following this fantastic adventure that I think would make for great TV. Number 8, totally should have had one point of view. For this one, I'm gonna go with The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Now, I can't even fully remember if there are multiple perspectives within this book because it's been forever since I read this book, but I remember going into book 2 and trying to read book 2, and I have yet to read and finish book 2, but I remember going into that book and just being so confused as to who each character was. So I'm definitely gonna have to read a recap of book 1 before I go into book 2 and finish it because I was just so confused reading book 2. I don't think it's the multiple point of views that really confuses me within this book, but I think it's the fact that everybody has either a weird name or a weird nickname, and it's just hard to know who's who. Number 9, totally should have had a cover change. The Luck series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. In fact, they did have a cover change, and the covers that they went with were terrible still. These are the cover changes. And they're awful. I'm sorry, they're awful. I don't like them at all. I'm sorry if you do like them. I do like the fact that these books are so floppy, but these covers, they're so bad. Number 10, totally should have kept the original covers. Control by Lydia Kang. I love this cover so much. This is a fantastic cover. But then they went and changed the covers, and I don't like the changes at all, and I feel like it was really unnecessary because this is a beautiful cover. I love this cover so much. And then we get covers like this, and I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? I don't understand. Rest in peace, beautiful covers. Number 11! A series that totally should have stopped at book 1. I've used this answer before in book tags, so I apologize for repeating myself, but I just feel so strongly about this duology and the fact that it totally should have just been one book. And that is Mind Games by Kiersten White and the sequel Perfect Lies. These books should have been combined to make one book. There was no reason for this to become a duology. Book 1 is 237 pages. Book 2 is 230 pages. Put those two books together and we have a 467 page book. Why couldn't we have just had that instead of 2 books? It's just so unnecessary. So those are all the questions for this book tag. If you guys want to do this tag but you have yet to be tagged yet, whoopah! You've now been tagged. Now a question for you guys. Let me know down below what book duology, trilogy, or series you would like to see just be one book. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. Maybe more people should pick up the archive series. My dog literally just left my room because I was being so loud and obnoxious. I apologize, doggy.